boy, glad you're back. Well, as you can see, I just finished filling the grout joints with grout. The grout is really squishy. Look at it. Check this out. Come here. Okay, you can see how soft it is. I mean, it's fresh as can be. Okay, now here's where we're at. You've already worked your butt off, and you can't ruin the job at this point. You've taken the time to put the tile down, you've cut it, you've mixed the grout, and this step right now is where it can all blow up in your face. You can't make a mistake here. And here's what you need to know. Now we have to strike these joints. Look at this. So come here and look at this. Look how beautiful this grout joint looks. And here's the grout joint we were trying to match. This is what we're trying to go after. So you can see how there's no holes, there's no imperfections at all in the grout. But come here, look at this, come over here. So right here, check this out. As good as we grouted, you can see these imperfections, you can see how sandy it is, you can see, look at how rough this texture is in the grout joint. We need to make this grout joint right now look like what it's going to be when it's finished. And here's how you do it. Very, very critical. You take clean water, you've got your grout sponge. Remember, this is a special sponge. Notice, it's all rounded. It has no sharp edges like this one. This would be a mistake to use this sponge. See these sharp edges? That's really bad. We're not using that type of sponge. We're using this type. Get it wet and squeeze all of the water out as much as you can. It's critical. You can't put water on this grout. You'll ruin it. And here's why. Too much water, and then you'll dilute you'll dilute the cement that's in this grout, and it's going to crumble and fall apart. So here's what you do. Come here. We've got all the water out of the sponge. I'm going to take it, and I'm not putting much pressure, but I'm just rubbing it lightly. And come here, close. Look at this. Watch how it changes. Get in really close right here. Now watch this. I'll take the sponge over that grout joint, and look how it changes. See how it looks nice and smooth right there? I'm just barely touching it. And right here where I'm matching it, the new into the old, you've got to blend that. Look at how I'm just pushing down and getting it to look just beautiful. I'm pushing a little bit there. Okay, and that's what you have to do. You have to rinse the sponge frequently. Rinse it, make it nice and clean, squeeze the water out. I like to use a nice circular motion. Watch what happens. Watch how I change this right here and make that grout joint look really nice. So I'm just cleaning, I'm going over the grout joint, and look at that. See how close it is? Watch this right here. Watch how I just lightly go over it. Very little pressure. I'm not pushing down hard. I'll flip the sponge over. Yeah, look how much grout's in the sponge. And watch how smooth it gets. I'm not pushing down hard at all. If you push down hard on the sponge, you'll dig the grout out of the joint. You don't want to do that. And here's another thing I want to show you. Check this out. Look how much I grouted. That's only about 16 square feet, maybe 20 square feet. You don't want to grout too much more than that if you don't know what you're doing, because you'll get way ahead of yourself. Only grout this much, especially if it's a hot day or you're in the Southwest where the humidity is really low. Oh, it'll dry too fast, the grout will. So I need to get to work here. Now watch this. We'll do it again. Watch what I'm doing. I'm just going over these grout joints, making them nice and smooth looking. Oh, that's really looking good. I'm just rubbing it real lightly, circular motions, because I don't want to dig that grout out of the joints. Okay, now, a lot of people, here's where they'll make a huge mistake. Look at this. This tile, they'll think, well, that looks pretty clean. It looks really not too bad. It's loaded with grout. This whole tile is chock full of grout, and look what it's going to dry like. And that grout paste will be horrible. So we need to get these tiles clean this step, or you're going to have a nightmare on your hands. So here's how you do that. Here's the trick. I've got the grout joints looking pretty nice. I take the sponge, I've got all the water out, and I'm just going to take a stroke across the tile, and you can see how clean it starts to get. And I'll come at it one more time. Oh, look at that. See how that's the tile that looks a lot like one that this was put down years ago. So that doesn't look too bad, but believe me, it still has some grout on it. We're gonna have to clean that off another time. But look at this, you've got to just pull it across very lightly. Come back, pull it across very lightly. Just let it float over the joints. Look at that, just float it over very easily like that. You've got to make sure, like look at this, come here. You would think that this is clean, but look at that. There's a spot of grout there that almost looks like the brown that's in the tile. Watch how I get that off. See, it cleans right off. You want to get as much of the grout film off the tile as possible. All right, it's that simple. I'm going to finish this floor up, but you've got the idea. But here's what's going to happen. You're going to think that even after you have got these tiles clean, that you're done with the job. You're not. We're going to have to touch it up one final time. I'm going to show you that in the next video. I'm Tim Carter for AskTheBuilder.com. If you want to discover more home improvement tips, go to AskTheBuilder.com.